Georgia is losing its supply of affordable housing, and pretty fast.
Advocates say a broken property tax system, it's quietly pushing thousands of units out of reach from metro Atlanta to small towns across the state.
Atlanta News First Abby Kasuris is live at the state capitol tonight. Abby, pressure is building for lawmakers to really step in before more housing disappears.
That's right. Developers tell me that it's become a statewide emergency. They say that affordable housing meant to help hardworking Georgians is now being taxed like luxury apartments. And they say across the state, they've done the math and it isn't adding up. Inside this apartment at the Meridian in DeKalb County, you can see what affordable housing looks like in Georgia. Clean, safe, and in high demand.
A lot of them have really long wait lists. We got lucky with this one.
Tiffany Cherwenka lives here. The Meridian is an affordable housing community where rents are capped by law.
2-bedroom, $1,400 a month.
Even with rent limits, demand is climbing and supply is shrinking statewide. According to a Harvard University study, Georgia has lost more than 67,000 affordable rental units in just 3 years, one of the steepest declines in the country. Developers say one major reason is property taxes.
Our rents are capped. We're being taxed like our rents are not capped.
Most affordable housing in Georgia is built through the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program. Developers agreed to keep rents affordable for decades. In exchange, they operate on razor-thin margins. But in some Georgia counties, property taxes now consume 25 to 50% of total revenue. Anderson says that means they lose money and they can't afford to stay open.
Without affordable housing, employers can't find employees because there aren't places for people to live that are affordable. It is really, truly critical infrastructure.
Developers warn if taxes keep rising, projects will stall, investors will walk away, and families will have fewer, if any, options.
They even have a hard time paying rent here. Like over the last couple months, there's been tons of evictions, even here, which is affordable housing. So we definitely do need more.
Today, I spoke with the president of the Georgia Affordable Housing Coalition, and he suggests a wide range of solutions, everything from updated guidance to a massive statewide reform effort. We did also reach out to the Georgia Department of Revenue, as well as the Georgia Accounting Tax Collectors Association, to see what they thought, if there needed to be some of these changes. We did not hear back. Live at the state capitol, Abby Kasuris, Atlanta News First.